Good day from Inside Drug Discovery. In this video, we will define three types of drug discovery: target-based, ligand-based, and phenotype-based drug discovery. A common goal for basic research at the start of a drug campaign is to identify a drug target, often a protein. Once a target is known, if possible, then the researchers will try to determine the structure of the target. The gold standard for structural information of proteins is an X-ray crystal structure. If an X-ray structure is not possible, which is common, then there are other methods, such as homology modeling, that can predict a protein's likely structure based on its amino acid sequence. Why is having structural information so valuable? The value is that if you know the structural features of the target, then you can infer the important complementary features that a drug might have to bind the target. Computational modeling tools, especially docking software, are very helpful for predicting drug-target interactions and accelerating improvements in compound potency. So we have summarized the core of target-based drug discovery. Knowing the identity of the target leads to learning about the structure of the target. The structure of the target allows one to more accurately predict the structure of molecules that will bind the target, affect the function of the target, and hopefully lead to a therapeutic benefit for a patient. This is target-based drug discovery in a nutshell. In ligand-based drug discovery, the target is known, but its structure is not. Not all proteins can be characterized structurally. Not all proteins have a structure that can be crystallized, especially membrane-bound proteins. Perhaps homology modeling cannot successfully predict the target structure. Without a structure, how can someone predict active ligands, which are compounds that bind to a target? In a ligand-based program, the discovery team will have access to compounds that have known activity on the target. Based on these known ligands, molecules with similar structures, features, and functional groups will be designed in an effort to improve the activity of the new compounds. Yes, this approach involves considerable guesswork and trial and error, but guesswork is always a part of drug discovery. So in ligand-based drug discovery, a known ligand is the basis for initiation of the program and used to inspire the design of subsequent compounds. The structure of the target is not necessary for advancement of the program. Phenotype-based drug discovery is sometimes called phenotypic drug discovery. Phenotypes are an organism's visible traits arising from the organism's genetics and environmental factors. Changes caused by a disease are considered a phenotype. Phenotype-based drug discovery starts without a known target. Without a known target, simple assays for measuring compound activity may not be feasible. Often the only way to test the activity of a new compound is through monitoring phenotype changes. Phenotypic assays can involve living organisms or tissue-based studies. These are more complex and slower to perform than the simpler biochemical or cellular assays in target and ligand-based discovery. Therefore, the feedback cycle of improving compound activity of a phenotypic program tends to be longer, and the program advances more slowly. Historically, before molecular and structural biology advanced to identify and characterize targets, all drug discovery programs were phenotype-based. Today, phenotype-based programs are still very common for antimicrobial compounds. For example, bacteria have many proteins and pathways that are not fully understood. In a phenotypic program, one can rapidly test compounds for their ability to kill bacteria without requiring any understanding of the target involved. Over the course of this video, we have defined target-based drug discovery, ligand-based drug discovery, and phenotype-based drug discovery. These are the three common types of drug discovery. Thank you as always for watching the video. Please subscribe or like the video. You can leave comments or questions below the video. Take care.